Now, let's see to the presentation 2, which is the EOC of the question 3. The question is, if you are a technical task with testing a bipolar junction transistor BJT to verify its pin configuration and functionality. The transistor is labeled as an NPN type. Your objective is to correctly identify the emitter, base, and collector pins and ensure that the transistor operates according to its specification. Then, demonstrate the setup and procedure you would follow to identify the emitter, base, and collector pins of the transistor. So, before start, we need to prepare the equipment, which is multimeter and transistor NPN. First one, we need to set up the multimeter first. We need to turn on the multimeter and select the continuity or diode test mode. If using a digital multimeter, ensure the probes are connected to the correct terminals, which is positive to the red probe and negative to the black probe. Now, let's see. First one is to identify the base terminals. For terminal 1 is constant, we need to select the ohms range selector to multiply 10 ohms of the multimeter. Then label the 3 terminal name of each transistor as 1, 2, and 3. Then touch the red probe of the multimeter to the first terminal of the transistor and then touch the black probe to the second terminal of the transistor. Then we read and record the reading of the multimeter. Without changing the red probe position at the first terminal, we move the black probe from the second terminal to the third terminal. Then we change the first terminal to the black probe, then touch the red probe to the second terminal of the transistor. We also need to read and record the reading of the multimeter showed. Without changing the black probe position at the first terminal, we move the red probe from the second terminal to the third terminal and then read and record the reading of the multimeter. Now let's see. For terminal 2 is constant, we just touch the red probe of multimeter to the second terminal of the transistor and then touch the black probe to the first terminal of the transistor and then record the reading. Without changing the red probe position at the second terminal, we move the black probe from the first terminal to the third terminal. And we change the second terminal to the black probe, touch the red probe to the first terminal of the transistor, and then we record the reading. Without changing the black probe position at second terminal, we move the red probe from the first terminal to the third terminal. Then record the reading. It also same for the terminal 3 is constant. We touch the red probe of the multimeter to the third terminal and touch the black probe to the first terminal. Without changing the red probe position at the third terminal, we move the black probe from first terminal to the second terminal and then record the reading. After that, change the third terminal to the black probe and touch the red probe to the first terminal, and without changing the black probe position at the third terminal, we move the red probe from the first terminal to the second terminal, and lastly record the reading of the multimeter. After finish the probe of the 3 terminal, we can know that which one is the base terminal. If both of the reading on the meter show a deflection about 20 to 500 ohm, it is show that the terminal of the transistor is the base. For the example, we get the value, we get the reading on the meter is high and low. So it shows that this terminal is the transistor base. The second thing we used to do is to identify the type of transistor. After identify the base terminal, we need to check again the polarity of the meter probe that touch the base terminal. As this photo, it is NPN transistor. We need to use multimeter. Positive terminal probe at base and use negative probe at both two terminal. If both two terminal get the value is low output, so it show that this transistor is NPN type. As this, if the polarity of the probe that touch the base is positive, then the transistor in the NPN types transistor. After that, we need to identify which is the collector terminals and which is emitter terminal. First, we need to use multimeter and change the ohm range to a higher range. For the example, multiply 10 kilo ohms. We use negative terminal probe at base, and then we use positive terminal probe at first one terminal first. If the first one terminal we get the value is high, so it is called collector. If we probe the positive at another terminals, we get the value is low, so it show that the terminal is emitter. As you can see the photo, this is how we identify the NPN transistor. The terminal that give a lower resistance is the emitter, while the higher one is the collector. Last step, we need to verify functionality. First one, we need to connect the transistor in a simple circuit according to its configuration. For the example, common emitter or common collector. Then apply a voltage across the collector and emitter terminals. Then measure the voltage across the collector and emitter terminals to ensure the proper operation. Lastly, verify that the transistor amplifies the input signal of switch on or off as expected based on its datasheet specifications. So my presentation is stopped at here. Thank you.